Is Brad Holmes the problem? That's a very open-ended question. Is Brad Holmes the problem? Is he the reason why the Lions aren't performing to your expectations, my expectations, whatever it may be? And I would like to start from the very beginning. Let's go to their draft history, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He walks in, Penei Sewell. Any complaints?
No.
Cool.
No complaints for me.
Levi Onwuzurike, played hurt last year, has been an MIA all this season. I'll move for you. Don't worry. I got you, buddy. Ali McNeil, serviceable player. Iffy, can't stay healthy. Amon-Ra St. Brown, we all know. Phenomenal. Derek Barnes. Then Jamar Jefferson. You go to this year. Hutchinson. Williams, Pascal haven't seen the field yet. Neither is James Houston, who was cut, I believe, is on the practice squad still. Could be wrong.
Yeah, he is.
Then there's Kirby Joseph giving you starts. James Mitchell now healthy, playing. Malcolm Rodriguez starting. Chase Lucas now having to step up and play. If you look through the last 2 years around the entire NFL, go to every team that's drafted. Do you know which rookies have played the most snaps in all of the NFL? Detroit.
Yeah, second youngest team.
Second youngest team, but also
They
his
play those guys.
draft picks are playing.
Right.
Now, do I love Derek Barnes? Do I love Levi Onwuzurike? Do I love so far what I've seen out of Kirby Joseph? No, but he's 5 games in. So we're not doing that subject today. And number 2, you already have potentially 3 starters from this draft class, along with 3 from last year. That is 6 starters in 2 years. What did I tell you about the Chargers? What did I tell you about the Bills? Stacking draft classes, right? Moving forward. Draft class after draft class after draft class. That's how you build a contender. Now, is Brad Holmes accountable for the salary cap and what he did and he didn't sign free agents? Jeff, he fixed your salary cap. A salary cap that over the next few years will be one of the better ones in the league. A very healthy salary cap. Not much money on the books, that it's dead money. That'll be done in a few years. That's nice. You look at the Jared Goff contract. The reality is, hey, you know what? You play him, great. You can pay him. It's a premium price anyways. You're not really killing yourself for it. But I want to circle back a little bit. Back to Brad Holmes. Is he the problem? No. Did Brad Holmes kick an onside kick, by the way, against Philly? Did Brad Holmes call the timeout last year against Baltimore?
I don't believe so.
On a running clock after they had just sacked Lamar Jackson? Did Brad Holmes do any of that? I might be wrong.
No, I don't believe so. No, he did not do that. Does not make calls on the field.
It's a joke. The GM, you may not like some of his picks or the fact that Pascal hasn't seen the field and that Jameson Williams hasn't seen the field. They can't help right now, Adam. They can't help right now, Jeff. What are we doing in Detroit? We can't afford to take players who are hurt. Jameson Williams was the best wide receiver from the previous draft class. The only reason the Lions were even able to take him was because of his injury. Oh, well, Adam, Jordan could have taken Jordan Davis. Could have taken Kyle Hamilton. Could have taken Devin Lloyd. Jeff, my question to you before we go to the people. If I put Devin Lloyd on this football team, if I put Jordan Davis on this football team, are they still 1-4 or are they better?
That's
I'm asking.
That's a tough one.
Because this is a Brad Holmes issue.
Well, I would say they're better because we haven't seen Josh Pascal. So I don't know. And you haven't seen Jameson. So, but that's not fair because he's not expecting to get better quicker. Those guys are supposed to be, long-term options. I think, yes, Devin Lloyd and Jordan Davis will make an immediate impact. We don't know the impact of Jameson Williams or Josh Pascal yet. So I don't think that question's really fair, to be honest with you. But
Well,
if to answer your question, yes, I think they'd be better because they have two guys.
You think they would have a win or two more?
Yeah.
I don't think you're taking the games into context. I don't.
Well, you have two guys that could be making plays on defense.
Does having Jordan Davis or Devin Lloyd prevent Dan Campbell from kicking an onside kick in the third quarter?
They maybe force a punt against Seattle. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
Jeff, one player. One player.
Well, if you had Devin Lloyd instead of Anzalone, I don't know. It's just not a fair, it's not a fair question. Devin Lloyd has 2 picks through 5 games. Like he's playing well.
Look, Brett, any GM worth their salt, right? They get maybe 2 every 3 drafts. They get 2-3 players, right? Every draft, if you get 2-3 players, man, you're considered one of the better GMs. But Jeff, what is a GM known for? What are the decisions the GM makes where you actually hold them to the fire? Quarterback and coach.
And head coach.
And Brad Holmes is yet to make that decision. So I don't believe I am doing a good enough job here. I don't. Clearly, I am biased towards Brad Holmes, whatever the case may be. Maybe I'm the wrong one. But remember, Atlanta, New York, Seattle, hell, you can even look to, let's say, Jacksonville. You have drafted as many good players as they have since Brad Holmes has been here, if not more. Brad Holmes is the problem.